On July 23, 2007, John turned over the leadership role of MSC to Andy Callbaugh, and we want to take this opportunity to recognize John's 40-year career and his many contributions to MSC. As John Dixon enters his fourth decade in the financial industry, how fortunate we are that 25 of those years have been with MSC. John Dixon has placed his mark on MSC, and in fact, John's influence has been felt throughout the entire broker-dealer industry. Today's MSC has been shaped by the business values and behaviors John brought to the company. Those principles include values like honor, integrity, respect, and a caring attitude that is reflected in how he treats everyone he comes in contact with. John L. Dixon was born on December 30th, 1942 in Great Falls, Montana. He was raised on a wheat farm in Big Sandy, Montana, and attended Prairie Bible College in Alberta, Canada. On July 10th, 1965, John married Arlene Bettis in Osceola, Iowa. Over the years, John and Arlene had two children, Sherry Lynn and Michael Norman. In 1967, the couple moved to Michigan, where John worked as a church youth minister while attending classes at Michigan State and Wayne State universities. That same year, John began his career in the financial industry, selling life insurance part-time for Alexander Hamilton Life. He later took a job with Multivest Real Estate Fund, and in 1977 moved to Fort Lauderdale, Florida, when the company moved their headquarters there. In 1979, John and a partner opened their own financial consulting practice, Dixon Root & Company, in Boca Raton, Florida. In 1984, John joined West Palm Beach-based broker-dealer Lowry Financial Services, which was soon acquired by Pacific Life. 4 years later, John helped merge MSC, at that time based in Detroit, with Lowry Financial Services. Both companies were part of Pacific Life. After the two companies were merged, John became chairman and chief executive officer. The new company took the Mutual Service Corporation name and based its headquarters in West Palm Beach, Florida. In 1997, MSC entered a strategic alliance with Frank King's Titan Value Equities Group, which expanded MSC's position and opportunities for future growth. Then in 1998, John also became president of Pacific Select Distributors, the broker-dealer network which consisted of Mutual Service Corporation, Waterstone Financial Group, and Associated Financial Group. During 2006 and 2007, John played a key role in the negotiations with LPL Financial to acquire 3 broker-dealers in the Pacific Select Group. In June of 2007, FINRA approved the sale of MSC, Waterstone Financial Group, and Associated Financial Group by Pacific Life to LPL Financial. Throughout his entire career, John has been an exceptional senior manager that's always shown true leadership qualities, acted as a positive influence in the evolution of our industry, successfully managed financial companies through good times and bad, and mentored industry leaders. But perhaps what is most impressive about all of these accomplishments, and in fact the most unusual, is that John did all of these things and more while always putting the best interest of our advisors, the company, and MSC employees first. John will continue in his role as Chief Executive Officer of Associated Financial Group and as a key senior executive at LPL Financial. We will always value John's many contributions to Mutual Service Corporation. Over the years, John has established enduring friendships throughout the company and the industry. Here's what some of those longtime friends have to say about John.
I see you, John, as a man of integrity, a man who's a man of his word, a kind man, and one whom I'm very thankful to have known, and I'm very grateful to have had the opportunity to work with you, John.
Well, this is about John Dixon? John Dixon. Oh, I am so out of here. Taxi!
One of the things that I really like about John is that he has the ability of surrounding himself with committed, talented people. And many of those people that began with him in the 80s are still around today.
What makes John Dixon special is that he just is a very caring individual, very personable. You always felt when you talked with John that it was not just about the business, that he was interested in you as a person and how you were doing, not just how you were doing professionally.
I've known John Dixon for over 20 years. I am very fortunate to have had the opportunity to work closely with John for the last 9 years. He's a living legend in our industry. He's always focused on doing the right thing for advisors, employees, and for MSC. He's a great mentor and leader. I think we will all agree that we were very, very fortunate to have John as our leader through the period of uncertainty that we faced last year. John, your legacy will be that when you were needed the most, you were there. Thank you, John.
Hi, John. You know I'm famous at disclaimers over the years, so I have to tell you that you well know that my writers in Hollywood are still on strike, so I can't be responsible for the content of this message. I was preparing in advance of making this video, thinking about how long we've known each other, and I'm thinking it goes back to 1987 or 1988. So we've known each other for 21 years now that I think about it. You know, over this time, I've had the pleasure of working with you. We have kind of watched our families grow together, and unfortunately, probably seen our stomachs grow a little bit too. Yeah, we've been part of a great team for a long time. As you continue your role with Associated and your new challenges that you accept, this is just an opportunity, John, for me personally to thank you for all of your hard work, your energy, your enthusiasm and dedication that you've pumped into this industry. As one of the founding fathers, along with Tuck Brubaker, you guys kind of founded the independent broker-dealer channel. And you've taken it from a cottage industry in the 1980s to a formidable and recognized name on Wall Street today. Serving, well, millions and millions of investors of over those 20 years. But most importantly, John, this is a great opportunity for me to personally thank you for all of the years that I've had to spend with you. You know, one day tends to blend into the next, and we often don't get to thank each other for everything. So, John, this is really from the bottom of my heart and from Teresa's. I want to thank you for your leadership, your guidance, your patience, your sense of humor over these past 20 years. But most important of all, John, I want to thank you for your friendship. I don't want to end this video on a sad note, sort of like the movie Brian song, Brian Piccolo. But let's just say that we'll continue to cross our paths down the road, and hopefully, as we cross them, they'll be on golf courses. John, thank you for everything. God bless you and your family.
I've been fortunate enough to know John through the industry for probably about 10 years. Obviously a little bit of a student of his from a distance. He's been a pioneer in our industry, and I've been fortunate enough to serve on a couple of NASD committees with him and have watched the way he's conducted himself in those meetings for years. He has a very, very strong passion for the reps, for independent advisors. His ability to spar with regulators to defend the ability for independent contractors to run their businesses and grow their businesses has been really very interesting for me to watch, and I've learned quite a bit. So when I got the phone call about the MSC opportunity, I was obviously very interested. I'd seen a little bit of John in my interactions with him in the committees. I'd obviously known MSC through my years in the industry. But the part that interested me the most was probably my ability to fill a role of a pioneer in the industry, and I mean that very sincerely. So it was a great opportunity. Was a little apprehensive when I accepted the position, to be quite honest. But then I got a phone call from John Dixon. I believe he was playing golf in Ireland with his son. And John called to first thank me and congratulate me on accepting the position. But from my perspective, more importantly, he took a lot of time to reassure me that he would do whatever he could to be there for me, make sure I was successful, and to make sure MSC could continue to have a bright future. So John, I want to thank you personally for your assistance you've provided me, helping me in my early stages here at MSC. I also want to thank you for your years of hard work and dedication for MSC and everything you've done to get us to this point. I look forward to a bright future at MSC. I also look forward to a continued relationship with you, and I sincerely appreciate everything you've done for both us here at everyone at MSC and for me personally.